Reacting to the State of the Union speech by Jean-Claude Juncker, we're joined by Vivien Pertusot from the French Institute of International Relations.
L'Institut français des relations internationales. Bonjour.
Bonjour.
In his speech, Jean-Claude Juncker addressed many topics, whether too many for a State of the Union speech. It's true that last year we remember his speech on the State of the Union because he devoted much of it to migration issues. He was passionate about these issues, and that's why we remember it. This time he made a speech which was more consensual. He recalled some measures which had already been taken. He announced many more that will be taken now and in the coming months. And it's true that ultimately there's nothing that really stands out in this speech. Is that a good or bad thing? It's hard to say. Don't ignore the fact that there are challenges everywhere inside the European Union. Jean-Claude Juncker said himself, there are multiple crises and fronts to overcome simultaneously. So maybe this is a reflection of precisely that fact, which has led him to a much more general and much broader discourse in his choice of subjects. But it's true that it's rather difficult to bring out the 2 or 3 strong priorities, because we feel that everything was calculated in a way to have a certain number of minutes for a certain number of subjects. In general, how do you judge his performance today? He had a rather serious tone. I think he's conscious, and he says this as the head of the Commission. He's aware that the European Commission has a strong responsibility today with regards to the popularity or unpopularity of the European Union in the eyes of European citizens. And so he's committed to show that he understands this situation, and he's trying to put forward policies to address this precisely. Is it enough? Hard to say. This is a subject that's not been addressed, and the social aspect of the EU is very important for the citizens. He just said really in passing that the European Union was not social enough. We remember his speech in 2014, in which he talked about giving the EU a AAA rating in social terms. It's true that there has been a certain expectation on these social issues, which has not really been taken forward since his July 2014 speech, when he unveiled his programme. So he feels that the situation is serious and that the European Commission has an important role to play. He put forward some proposals on these issues, but nevertheless I think it could go further, or perhaps highlight fewer priorities to give some clarity to his speech, which is certainly very comprehensive and meets certain expectations in some areas, but lacks maybe the ability to just talk to citizens.
Vivien Pertusot, merci d'avoir répondu à nos questions. Merci à vous.